that's right.
They probably don't know that, but there's bus videos all the time, right?
Yeah,
on the internet.
Yeah.
See what I mean by 15? You can never catch him when you go home. He leaves right on time.
Yeah. Oh, I'm thankful I got this straight.
Ugh, I needed to go, so.
Yeah.
You get a little sore after a while?
My legs, yeah. Oh, man. My legs.
Even if you don't have that cool
Yeah.
if you don't have enough cool cushions, if you have enough, do you have to adjust them to the other side every once in a while?
What's that again?
Adjust them every once in a while?
Not really, no. These cool cushions, the way I've got them, are fine. I just set them up. And generally speaking, once I got them set up and I'm on them, I don't get out of the driver's seat for 4 or 5 hours. So I don't have to adjust them very much at all.
Remember, you've had on some of the buses, the ramp is so slow on there.
Yeah?
Take a good 45 seconds to get it out and back in.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is what you do. What do you do at Fish Creek now? Do you just go right away if you don't see anyone at this time, or?
Yeah, because I know my times, the train, when I get in at, whatever time I get here around 1900, at 1902 there's no more train, not for at least another 15 minutes. So I already know that from past experience.
Yeah.
Whereas tonight, that train was a little late, and I missed it at 1800. But yeah, you get to know when the trains are coming in. So you're right, I can pull in, and I can even be 4 or 3 minutes late. It's not important. I can just leave right away.
That's what's nice about your 9-10 minute break.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I don't like to sit in Fish Creek, and my passengers don't care for that. I can sit for 10 minutes. Last night I was, because of that accident, I was still about 7 minutes delayed getting into Fish Creek, which was perfect. Because that means I could just keep going. And it was really nice, I liked that.
Were you back on the time for your other driver to relieve you, though?
Actually, I was on time at Fish Creek. Actually, I had to wait a minute. I thought they were waiting on traffic. So I had to wait an extra minute at that time. I did that. It's real, once you get to know it, it's easy to pick up your time. You just have to know where to do it.
Your bus is really quiet this time of night.
Yeah, it really is.
So what do you think will be in there? 53 or something will be in? No, a little later than that.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully a little later. See, I got this light. This is perfect. Midway through, got this light. I'm almost going to be on time. I'll hardly be late at all on my light.
'78 has now gone to shuttle. Good brakes on these Flyers,
Yeah,
man.
really nice. These are very nice brakes. they do what you tell them to. If you apply the brake, you can feel it braking straight away.
But you said the brakes on the shuttle you driven was terrible.
Well, not one. That army tank. I've never seen anything like that. That's why he said to me, I want to try it. And if you just, everything just barely touch the brake, and you can almost look over into the windshield. That was crazy. And really poor heating on that door, like army tank. It was terrible. And noisy? Oh, man. Because the motor was right beside the driver. That's what
It must have been noisy.
must have been what?
It must have been so noisy for you.
But the only good thing was I was waiting till everybody got on so the bus was full. And then I could sit on the motor and talk with the driver and I could read my report. The night one.
If you wanted to push it any further with these, would you be able to get 30 years out of these?
If you want to put if you want to put the work into it, have mechanics keep fixing it, yeah, you can.
But I mean, if it keeps breaking down every couple months, it's not worth it.
No, that's it. No, you can keep it running. If, like I said, I want to take.
But still, even after 30 years, the wear and tear on the motor, right?
Yeah, and you wouldn't be able to keep returning the motor that long. You'd have to replace it and the transmission. That's where it starts to get expensive.
Just like with our U2 cars, it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same with old vehicles.
One thing I notice about these heaters on these 77s is they're so good, they're almost too good.
Yeah, right.
You gotta turn it off, keep it off most of the time.
Yeah. But that's nice to have heaters.
The bus you had yesterday, don't get me wrong, it was a great bus.
Yeah, it was. Once I got it set up.
But if it was minus 30, you wouldn't have put up with that heat in there.
No, not at all. No. Even minus 20, I would have just called in.
Minus 15 would be your cutoff.
That's right. Yeah.
You would have to get a change off, but the bad thing about that, you would lose half a trip. But what are you gonna do? Suffer through that all day? I don't think so.
No.
So you would rather get a change off.
Yeah, you don't really lose a trip though. Because the mechanically it's fine, you just keep driving and they meet you at a station.
Yeah.
So you don't lose a trip or anything.
But if your engine breaks down,
Yeah, well then you have no choice.
yeah. No 4-car trains are out anymore at the moment.
No, that's it.
No need to use them, right?
So what about next week? Will they need 4-car trains when schools go back in?
If schools go back in, oh yeah. If the high school students go back,
That's right.
definitely, yeah. Because they come in full once the high school students get on.
Yeah, that's right. And they gotta make sure that they have enough cars so that people can social distance.
That's when the U2s come out sometimes.
Yeah.
On 14, they're not very good at social distancing. It's so busy
That's
with
right.
the school students.
Yeah,
But
that's right. When Bishop O'Byrne gets out.
even if they put an accordion on, that articulated bus is coming in absolutely full, seated and standing low. Probably about 80 people on there or more.
Yeah.
How many could you fit on the bus like this if you wanted to push it?
Oh, you don't have to push it. The bus runs by itself. It's got a good motor.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
What was that? How many people?
Would you get on this if you really wanted to push it? Cram everyone in?
You could probably get about that if you're really pushing it. I imagine you could get close to 80 people, around 80.
You wouldn't want to do 120 though. Like, remember that story I told you about?
Yeah.
And you know what? The supervisor told the driver try to do this, and he did, but he told me he hated it though. The driver was not safe driving the bus with that many people on it.
Not at all. Not at all.
He told me this story, and he said I was not happy with my supervisor.
Well, he could have brought, that supervisor could have gotten a lot of trouble.
Means that you're supervisor, it doesn't mean you can, do whatever you want.
Well, especially something that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Your stopping distance, when you got a full load on a bus, your stopping distance at least triples.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. Not to mention the fact that if you ever had to hammer on the brakes, people are going to be crushed. Literally, they will be crushed.
And they will fall like they...
Well, that's what happens. It's the momentum of the bus if you have to hammer on the brakes. Everybody comes forward. Everybody. So that means people are going on top of people. No, that was the worst thing he ever could have said. That didn't make any sense at all. And he could have gotten a lot of trouble if that driver had gone to the union.
And that driver, when he told me that, he was not very happy with his supervisor at all.
Yeah.
And it was a Stampede Express route, too.
And the sad thing is,
Yeah.
if there is, if that driver, that kind of load, ever got into a really bad situation and people were seriously injured, it all comes back on the driver. That's what happens. They would say, well, you had to override what the supervisor said. This was your fault, not the supervisor. Like they would come down on the supervisor, but they really come down on the driver.
The supervisor should the one be getting the brunt of the,
Yeah.
because this driver's name was John. He was on Max Till last sign up.
Yeah.
He's the guy who told me, he said if I ever got in an accident, I would fight not to take the blame for it. Because the supervisor told me to.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the way it is as a driver. You feel, oh man, come on.
These lights tonight, eh?
Well, there's no warning system. That's what I don't like.
There's just a flashing hand. That's your warning.
Yeah, exactly.
No countdown.
No, you got no numbers. You got nothing to go by. Now I'm in the crosswalk.
And like it says, walk, hand flashes, no countdown. Only certain city lights have that, which I don't understand.
I saw a fire truck today. It was going north on Shawville Boulevard by the theaters there, over by the superstore. And that light went red. But I understood. He had to go right through. He was very fortunate nobody pulled out in front of him. He went through on the red. Only a second or so after it went red, but it's the momentum of the fire truck. Man, those things are slow. And they got water in them, eh?
You gotta remember it's an emergency though, so they have no choice.
No,
but
there was no emergency. No, he was just going somewhere, but no lights or sirens or nothing.
yeah,
No, that's different. Then he has to keep going.
yeah.
But no, there was no emergency. But given the weight of the vehicle, you don't have a choice. There's a point of no return.
It's like you can only brake at a certain point with this bus.
That's right. This thing is 11 tons empty. And when that light changes, luckily I know my brakes. I've got really good brakes here. That was actually a fairly smooth stop.
Not on that international, you didn't.
Oh no, you would have been coming right up and crashing into this thing.
The My Fair thing and whatever.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen a vehicle with brakes that bad ever. But I've driven a lot of vehicles.
A lot of buses over the years.
Yeah.
So if there's not many people, do you just take off right away here? So you can be back, you know.
I'm not really in a rush. And I don't like to just pull in and leave immediately. I like to sit for like...
Unless you're 25 minutes late.
Yeah, that's different, right? Or even 10 minutes. Then that's totally different. But,
10 minutes you can try to make up, 30 minutes you can't.
that's right. No, 30 minutes would take over an hour to clean up. But if I'm only even 4 or 5 minutes late, that's no big deal. Because I've already got an extra 3 minutes to go out. And I'll still be on time if I'm 3 minutes late. So if I'm 5 minutes late, that would mean I'm only 2 minutes late out.
You're only gonna be like 2 to 3 minutes late here.
Yeah, I don't even think I'll be that. I think I'm going to be about a minute early at least.
It's 56 right now, so.
Yeah. Well, I'm only about 4 minutes away. I'm going to be at least 2 minutes early. That's why I'm going to slow it down. There's nobody behind me, so I'll just slow it down.
How about when you had them standing loads 435, 36, 30, you were going at regular speeds.
Yeah.
You must have got some good standing loads. I mean, really big.
Oh, I did, yeah.
How was it a couple years ago when you were on 12?
Yeah, no, always good standing loads, 435, 36, 30. Well, 630, they kind of like quieted down a little bit. I might get to about like 20 or 20. Yeah,
But you get like 25 people just in one day, and you get like 120 with a busy day.
Yeah, that's it.
So you're getting 100 more than what you get now.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a train there.
Okay. Which way was it going?
Somerset.
Oh, okay.
Just on the bridge there, I saw it. I wanted to let you know.
Well, see, now that's the train that I would be waiting for. That's why I was telling you how I know the train. And that's the one I'd be waiting for.
The one at 1800 was slightly off, though. You just pulled
Yeah,
up.
unfortunately it was. And I didn't know what was going on. Because that's the one I try and wait for. I know that train. Now this train here that we saw pull in, that's the one I wait for now. And at 1902 there's no more trains.
What do you mean no more? There's more, but they only come every 15
Right.
minutes,
No
yeah?
more than I can wait for. Yeah, see, we've got 2.5 minutes here. And that's with our break.
See, that 9 to 10 minute layover is great then.
Well, it is. It's really nice. I really appreciate it.
So you might win your lotto when you're retired.
That's the interesting thing about lotteries. You never know, eh? You just never know. So I keep thinking of different things. That's why I couldn't sleep last night. I went to bed when I was thinking about numbers.
I find if I don't shut my brain down, I'll never sleep. I go to bed with nature sounds every night, so.
Yeah. Well, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what my doctor said to do that.
And like I leave it on until I get up.
Yeah. That's really nice. I gave my wife one of those things for Christmas. But
white noise machine.
Yeah. My doctor, we keep the fans on. But I gave her one of those white noise machines. My doctor said, tell us, channel 26. It's all scenery. I don't know, I guess there's music, but I never noticed. I turn it down.
Okay, yeah.
But there's scenery, and he said to shut your brain off and just relax and maybe watch that channel or whatever, but don't think about anything. Like my wife told me that early this morning when I went to bed. She said, stop thinking about numbers. And I couldn't. Couldn't do it.
Well, I mean, you play the lotto a lot.
Yeah.
Is Cliff into that?
No, not at all. Not at all. No.
He likes a lot of other things that you do, though.
Oh,
so.
yeah, a lot.
Don't you hate when you have your shoes on and your foot's itchy or something?
Oh.
Have you ever had that? You gotta
Too many times.
And you're driving, you gotta wait until break.
Yeah, that's right.
I gotta shave this beard off again soon, and it's getting hot under the mat.
Well, that's it. That's the one thing I won't miss. I won't have to shave when I retire. But then the beard gets itchy if you don't shave.
Oh my god. Especially under the mask, like I'm on a train sometimes and I can help myself get so itchy I can just scream, right?
The only good thing is when I retire, I just won't have to shave as much. Not near as much.
You can have your own schedule with that.
That's right, yeah.
What's for dinner? Well, I guess you'll find out when you get home.
That's right.
This is your this is what your final trip in Fish Creek until Monday. No, tomorrow. Yeah.
Tomorrow, yeah. One more day.
Yeah, but tonight you're done at Fish Creek.
Tonight, Shaughnessy. I'm done at Shaughnessy.
No, but you're done coming at Fish Creek for the day.
Here, yeah, this is my last trip out of here. The days go by. This seems like I've been out here 10 minutes. Really
well, I mean, my 2-hour thing with you is almost done.
Yeah, I know, and it doesn't seem like 2 hours.
But it has been almost.
Wow. Did I pick you up at 4:30?
5:30.
5:30, I mean, pardon me?
Yeah.
Whoa.
5:27.
Seems like I just picked you up about 15 or 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, just got on, but nope.
Well, I'm looking forward. Somebody told me the late game on Saturday is the Tampa Bay game.
I'll be watching that.
Well, that's the one I want to see. I want to see how badly Tom Brady destroys Washington. Because you're not going to stop him. That just won't happen.
I feel sorry for them.
The only way that Washington can win that game is if they keep the score close, and near the end of the game they were able to get a fumble recovery or an interception and go ahead on the scoreboard. But that's the only way, and that's not going to happen. That's how the Bears beat Tampa Bay earlier in 2020, not too long ago. They actually beat Tampa Bay. I couldn't believe it. But the defense came up big, and Tampa Bay couldn't score a lot of
go regular speed, eh?
Yeah.
Well, you don't stop a lot at this time of night, right?
That's exactly it. So I think I'm a little tired.
The transmission jerked a little there when the bus downshifted. Did you
Yeah,
feel?
that's right. 625,000 kilometers on it. I couldn't believe it, George. Yeah.
For that shuttle I was on.
Yeah.
That is just pushing it.
So that's almost 400,000 miles.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's a lot of small motor fuel, man.
It's a diesel, but still, right?
Right.
It's a warm night out, eh? It's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
Warm for this time of year.
That's right. Yes, very. Yeah.
What's that fan making the noise up front? Is that what you mean by driver heat? You have a little heater up front for you?
That's right. It actually goes under the windshield. It doesn't go so much down on your feet or on the windshield.
But you can keep warm with that.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
There's a time where you just gotta turn it off though, right?
Yeah. 'Cause they don't allow us to wear winter boots, just these ones that they supply, which are okay. They're not bad.
There's nothing worse than cold feet, George, though.
Don't I know that?
I don't think you could get as much out of the shuttles like you did the Jimmies, though.
No, right.
But they're putting on 100,000 plus a year, them small buses.
Yeah. There we are. Okay, you have a nice evening.
Yes, thank you.
Bye-bye. Yeah, this is a really good bus. I've enjoyed driving it.
This is such a nice route, eh? I see why you took this one.
Well, it is. It's very nice. You got Fish Creek right here. You got these beautiful condominiums up here. You're able to pull into the Esso gas station, use the washroom, or buy some tickets if you want. It is. And the time on the route is really nice.
But you don't have time to do that during your route though, right? If you wanted to go buy tickets in there.
I'm sorry, what was that?
If you wanted to go buy tickets in there, you would have to make sure you're at least 5 minutes early.
No, not really. Actually, as long as I'm staying only a minute early or so, I'm good. Because I've got a little extra 5 minutes if I want. I'll be there later. Even 6 minutes.
Have you done that when you're driving the bus before?
Oh yeah, on a number of occasions. It's not the same with this playground zone now. It makes it a little bit tighter. So I don't go in as often as I used to before. But if I want to, yeah, I can pop in.
But you have done that on the number 12, which is nice.
Yeah. I can leave as late as 6 minutes late and still be more or less on time. Maybe 2 minutes late if Bradley, which is fine.
That's pretty impressive.
It is. You just gotta know the time of day. And you gotta, what I like to do is, if I am gonna go in, I'll look over and see how many vehicles are parked outside the 7-Eleven. If it's not busy at all, if there's hardly any vehicles, I know I can run in and I'll get good service right away.
Not if you are during rush hour times. Like a couple years ago, you couldn't afford to do that because you got so many standing roads during rush hour,
Yeah,
right?
not during rush hour. I make a point never to inconvenience.
Especially when it's overly busy.
Yeah. No, I don't inconvenience my passengers. That's
You
what-
just had that, yeah. You just had that bus a couple months back.
Yeah, that's right. See, that's another thing I don't do if I've got too many people on. As long as there's almost nobody on, then that's different too. Then I don't.
You go in this SO here
Yeah.
if you want to buy something,
Not now.
or like, but I mean when you used to do it, right?
Basically, it's always just tickets.
Yeah.
Or the washroom. Or both. Outside. Yeah, see, I'm 15 seconds early. So, yeah. But yeah, if it's not too busy, then I don't mind if I want to. But generally speaking, I don't anymore because of that playground zone. I almost never pop in.
Yeah. Because that slows you down a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's yeah. Those the playground zone does, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that took a lot of time off. My goodness, that's gonna be at least a full minute, 90 seconds.
You gotta make sure that your bus is good on takeoff. If you have a slower bus, that can make you late. You may not have time
That's
to
right.
do it, right?
Yeah.
Man, I felt like you just picked me up. I mean, really, right?
Yeah. My goodness, I can't believe this is my last trip. Now it's going to be kind of sad when the carbon tax kicks in and gas is going to go up 6 cents a liter. Whoa. Whoa. I believe they're supposed to give us a check back every year though. Maybe two or three. For the carbon tax. I'm pretty sure they are. So that'll be okay, but still.
bus has been really good to you all day.
Really what?
Really good to you all
Oh,
day.
yeah, no, this is very nice. Steering's good, pickup is good.
When you drove this one before, it wasn't recent, eh? It must have been years ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, a lot of these buses I don't see very often at all.
You've been seeing more 77s and driving them more towards the last couple months.
That's right.
You had a handful of them for a while there.
Yeah. You want to use the front door? Yeah, that'll be a lot better. Then I know where I'm at.
There's
You
like still
take
long
care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I'll be getting on your bus off in 10 minutes. Can you believe it? Getting off your bus in 10 minutes?
That's been 2 hours?
Yeah.
Wow. Seems like about 20 minutes.
Well, we talk and have fun the whole time. We talk about different types of buses.
Well, that's it, exactly. People dress so dark.
I know, right?
Let this car go by. The guy's been on my tail for so long. Driving way too fast. I'm gonna be too early.
I'm saying you're going at regular speed.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm doing. Just regular speed. But given the amount of time they give me, that's why I was telling you that I can be as much as 6 minutes late at the ESO and still more or less be on time at driving. I know exactly where I can take my time out. As long as there's nobody behind me, I can go straight down. Because especially now, with that time change at Fish Creek, that 9-minute layover, I shouldn't be leaving Shannon Avenue until about, at least 23.
Are we close to Shannon right now?
We are. I'm still 4 minutes I'm about, no, not even 4. I'm only 3 minutes away, and it's only 19 right now. So that's 22, and I shouldn't really be leaving there till at least 23, maybe 24. Actually, 24.
Why do they walk by the bus stop? They don't wave to
I
you.
know, you're right. I mean, it's so automatic when somebody's at the stop for me to pull in. And she,
For any driver, right?
Yeah, she was looking on her phone. People, when they're on their phone like that, they're totally oblivious that everything that's going on around them. They're so
Hey, my phone is more important. Right?
Yeah. Well, there was a place in the States, I can't remember where that was. I think Wisconsin, someplace in the States, Midwestern United States. And literally at one intersection where there was traffic lights, they actually passed a law. The city council passed a law that you're not allowed to be on your phone at that intersection. Literally. Because they had several people get killed. So they said no more. You cannot be on your phone. If the police see you on your phone at that intersection, you're going to be charged.
especially, you're the driver, right? You're making a bad example.
No, yeah, this was pedestrians we're talking about, though.
Huh?
This was pedestrians that we're talking about. Pedestrians are not allowed to be on their phone at that intersection.
Yeah.
Literally, if you're standing on the corner, waiting for the light to change, and you were on your phone, you could get a ticket. That's how bad it is to be on your phone.
When I check bus schedules, I do it on my way to come and meet you.
Yeah.
When I'm not at a street light.
Yeah, exactly.
I do it when I'm waiting for the train.
Yeah.
Like if I can't catch you at Somerset, I go to Shaughnessy or Fish Creek.
Yeah.
This is Shannon here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Well, I don't have a time point, that's the thing, but I know when I should be leaving. And I shouldn't leave here till at least 23, see, it's 21 and a half. Right?
Don't you have a time point always at one point?
I used to have one here years ago, but they took it away.
But you still have your one in Sundance, right?
What's that?
You still have your one in Sundance, right?
Yes, that's right.
Sundance, yeah.
Which that one's perfect because you go from Shaughnessy Station to Sundance, hit a time point, and then go over to Fish Creek. That one's good. They don't really need this one here. What a lot of drivers do, like you were saying before, sometimes they sit 10 minutes. Well, what a driver will do is leave the Esso gas station because he doesn't know his time now well. He'll go right through, won't stop here, he'll go through to Brandwood, and then he sits 6-7 minutes there. You know, I don't like to do that because you can miss people along the way.
It's good if you need to go to the washroom.
Well, that's why I'll go into the Esso, right? And that'll kill some time.
Yeah.
And that way it must be a little bit late, and it works out like that. Because if I'm a little bit late, then I can come through, get my time in here, maybe 2 minutes right here, and be on time and travel. But even now, it's 23, 1923, so it's still better slow down.
You were going pretty able there, right? At able speed.
Yeah, right. But even though it's late at night, we're still the odd person coming out to try to...
What time you've done 37, so in about 14 minutes or so? 37, yeah. How was the driver that took you home last night?
Same guy, he's not the vacation driver.
Oh, so he's, okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
He's actually quite nice.
Yes, he is.
He said stay safe out there and stuff.
Yeah.
You served the city a lot over the years, George.
Yeah, I sure have.
How many miles? That would be millions of them, right?
Yeah, literally, yeah. Especially back in the day, yeah.
Would Jerry get done the same time as you? Pretty close.
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe a little after.
Yeah.
If he's driving today, 7849 is on the other 12.
Oh, okay.
Have you driven that one?
7849, I believe I have, yeah.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember it.
Yeah, thanks for this week, George.
Yeah,
Sorry you won't see me tomorrow. I just need a day off. Having a YouTube's a lot of work. It's a big grind. I got a big fleet of buses to manage. And trains. Well, you're on your final leg at Shaughnessy, then you're done for the day. You get to get home earlier at least. Flames play Winnipeg first. Oh, the 14th, eh? So Thursday.
Yes, that's right. I watched Vancouver and there's no free game. All you need to watch, and then I get a game every day if I do that. Vancouver's got a really good hockey.
Keeps waiting. Yeah. Or there's an apartment condo complex. A lot of them live here, right?
No, well, there's one car with me, but no, a lot of cars just keep going.
Yeah. No, but I mean, if there's a parking garage out back, or they're going back home, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Bye, George.
You take care. And we'll see you on Monday.
Yeah.
You have a good weekend.
See you next week, eh?
Yeah, catch the Bears game.
Oh yeah, we'll have a lot to talk about on Monday.
Have a good weekend. Yeah, thanks for those games.
My team doesn't play this weekend. They got the bye because they won the division, right? That's how it works.
They play next weekend.
Yeah.
Well, we'll know who they're going to play after this weekend.
I guess so, yeah.
I wonder if they'll have to play Tampa Bay.
Oh, shoot.
What a game.
Yeah. What a matchup that'll be.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That was
Have a good weekend, George.
You too. You take care.
Bye.
Bye.